continue recording it. So just continue recording it like this. That's fine, and I'll just put it together as like a part 2 that they can see.
Yeah.
But you guys make your way inside, and as you guys are making your way inside, you guys see that there's like a bunch of people that are gathering around over on the side. We'll come back to Zoro. Zoro, you and Celeste and Miss Weiss begin making your way upstairs, but you see that as you guys were making your way in, you see that there are people that had like followed you guys in here because they're like, oh yo, they're like, it's Commander Zoro. It's like, oh, it's Celeste, and they like wanted to say hi to you guys and everything, and you know they kind of made it a little crowded in here. They made it just like a little crowded in this library. Oh, and Miss Weiss fell through the map. There she is. I don't know why
she went to the back rooms.
She went to the back rooms.
That's how crowded.
Yeah. You guys made your way upstairs, and Eric, from your apothecary room, you can hear all the commotion, and you come out and you see you hear footsteps coming up.
So loud.
Yeah. So loud. You are, working on your own little experiments, and of course, getting angry over the fact that the people that were supposed to deliver the rest of your apothecary stuff are very much late. To be more precise, 3 days late.
I hear the footsteps and I say, "It's about time you got here."
Zoro, as you're making your way
No, never mind.
you see that as you look over at the stairs when you say that, you see Zoro come up with Celeste.
You were waiting for little old me?
I'm gonna go kill myself now.
You see,
Wait, I want to see.
You see coming up that you hear Eric from the stairs. You hear, "Not without talking to me about something." And
I'm definitely killing myself now. I put the fucking staff in my mouth.
And you see that as you look over, you see Miss Weiss come up the stairs, and she looks at you. She says, "Yeah, Eric with a K, we have much to talk about, don't we?"
He cast Scorching Ray 5th level on himself.
Weiss, how quaint.
Yes, indeed.
What brings you around?
Well, I was ordered to bring 2 very important individuals here to you guys. Unfortunately, I couldn't have it any other way, but I thought it would be nice to go say hi. I need to ask, what is this thing with you and Karuni again? If you would mind explaining it. You see that she like stares daggers at you, Eric.
You're going to have to be more precise.
Well, if you don't know
Not insinuate much from a thing.
Well, if you don't know it, maybe Karuni does. Maybe I should go pay a visit to her, shall we? And coming up the stairs, you guys hear from the stairs, you hear Mercurio from the stairs going, "Jeez, why is it so crowded up here? My goodness." Is it crowded for you too, Shamar? I didn't think there would be so many people here. Is it because of this new person you guys were talking about?
I don't know, but just hurry along. I need to get back to patrolling.
You go upstairs, or you see that Mercurio comes up the stairs, and he looks over. He's like, "Hey, Eric, we're here because apparently there's some important person we need to talk to." And you see that Miss Weiss looks over at you, Eric. She says, "Oh, Mercurio's here." And you hear Mercurio's like, "Hey, I also brought Shamar and Karuni with me. I found them outside." You see that she looks at you again, this time her eyes wider and blinking at you, Eric. She's like, "Oh, okay. Well, speak of the devil." And you see that she goes over, and Karuni, you see Miss Weiss. You see Mercurio looks over, is like, "Oh, Miss Weiss, is that you?" You see that Mercurio goes over and like grapples her into a big bear hug, and she's like, "Yeah, it's me. Okay, you can let me down. Thank you." He's like, "Oh, sorry." You see that he sets her down, and she kind of like hunches over a little bit. She's like, "Oh, I think you got a little stronger, Mercurio." You need to be a bit careful.
I think the age is just getting to you, Weiss.
Says you. Oh, you see that she looks at you, Karuni. She's like, "Oh, Karuni, hi." So, I kind of heard some little tidbits here from Zoro and Celeste, but what is this that I hear about you and Eric?
And then Kree looks
You
to
know, Karuni, I am just as confused as you are.
Oh, really? I thought y'all knew that y'all were dating.
you see Kruni's eyes widen. She's like,
You see that Miss Weiss slowly turns her head towards you, Eric. She says, "Dating? Is that right?" Oh. And you didn't care to ask me about that, Eric?
You didn't care to check in on us.
Well, sorry,
The phone goes both ways. Or in this metaphor, the trail goes down both paths.
Well, I have been busy on the road, but I see that you have been busy with Karuni. As she looks at you, Karuni, she's like, "And of you? You didn't decide to shoot me a message or anything, Missy?"
I mean, technically speaking, I'm not really that young to human years.
You see
Eric puts his hands down on like the desk. As a matter of fact, Weiss, yes, we've been busy. Very, very busy.
I've been hearing all about it.
you see that Mercurio goes over to Celeste. He puts his arm around. He's like, "Yeah, they're kind of having a couple things that happen at night. It's not too bad. It's only when it gets a bit louder that it kind of makes it hard for me and Celeste to
And then
sleep."
Celeste immediately she
In
pats
fact, Weiss, we are busy most nights. And when we aren't, we make up for it tenfold. Would you like to know more, Weiss?
I feel like I would not like to, and I'm right here. Can we
But
just
Shamar,
continue on?
you don't seem to understand that some people just must know everything. Isn't that right, Weiss?
You see that Miss
I
Weiss
somehow
you see that Miss Weiss kind of rub the bridge of her nose. She's like, "Eric, has Bapril been rubbing off on you? Speaking of which, where is he, by the way?
Overseeing the entire town.
Overseeing. So why hasn't he come here yet?"
All nine hells if I know.
Is that a riddle of some sort? Is that like a...
It's a common phrase.
Well, I
Are
usually like
you
to look at the undertones. Is there
are
something
you
there?
stupid? Why don't you use your undertone and fucking figure it out?
Whatever. Same Eric as always. I need me a drink. Zoro, where can I get a drink here?
Well, you won't find one here.
Brittany then speaks, so she's like, "Okay, I understand you're a tad bit upset over this.
Do not apologize, Karuni.
I'm not apologizing for this. I'm saying I'm in a happy relationship with Eric with a K, and I really like him, and we've been together for about 7 months now.
Be proud of who you are.
I'm proud."
Goodness me. You see that she looks over, she's like, "Oh. Well."
Trust us, we don't like it either. We all know she can do better, but charity work is what she insists on.
Oh,
Brittany just looks
as for you,
so
sorry, I didn't
annoying.
catch your name.
That's no way to talk
Oh.
about your princess, Shamar.
Oh, my name is Shemar, as you heard from the loud and annoying one. That is me.
Oh, are you also an elf?
Shemar will just point to the ears and just be like, "Indeed, I am." Thought that might be.
That's
Yes.
nice. I didn't think that there would be. I didn't think that. Well, from what I knew, I thought there was only Karuni, but wow, now that I know there's another one, the world is a much bigger place I know of now. and definitely in
That is-
some senses smaller as she glares at you, Karuni.
Well, that is more than just me and Karuni. That is the remnants of Iron Luna here. If you want to meet elves, it would not be hard for you to do so now.
Well, I think introductions to that will have to come by later. I need a drink.
Exhausted already? Yes. Eric does that to everyone. It is unfortunate, but that is him.
Like you wouldn't believe. In the army, he was even worse, if you can believe that.
You know, Weiss, if we're all so keen on sharing secrets, why don't you tell me what you're doing here?
Well, I was here because I was supposed to deliver 2 important individuals, if you guys would like to introduce yourselves. You see that the 2 individuals, identical human boys, who look to be about young adult-ish. You see that one goes over, he's like, hi, my name is Archie, and this is my brother, Telemine. He doesn't really talk much. I do the talking for him, but I hope you guys can take care of us.
I'm in no mood to babysit, Weiss.
You see that?
Can I roll?
Oh, go ahead.
Can I roll an insight or an
Roll.
investigation or something? Okay.
Which one?
I want to roll
Which
like
one are you gonna roll?
investigation.
Investigation. What are you investigating about these 2?
Kind of like what do you call it? Body language, whether like they have any scars or anything, what purpose they might serve that they were brought here.
I think that's more of an insight check.
Maybe Weiss would tell you
Alright.
if you listened.
Ha 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 ha.
That's more
Well,
of an insight
I
check.
got. Alright. I got a 3, but I can add tactical mind to that, so I will.
Okay.
You
Me
can
win.
roll a 1d10.
And
So,
probably save
let me
yourself
do
here.
that. Hopefully, we'll see.
Well,
What
that's
did
a
you-
7 total.
Not.
The 7 total.
Yeah, it's a 7 total.
Well, I mean, you don't really need much. You don't really need much. You can already see that their body language. They seem very. You see that Archie seems a little more like seems a little bit more confident in his stancing, and you see that Telemine looks a little bit more timid as he's kind of like holding his arm and looking away from all of you guys.
Weiss, I want
Okay.
details.
Well, listen, Eric, I wasn't given many details either. They just told me to deliver these to whatever adventurers may be able to take care of them. I've spoken to all the ones that I know of, even our old contacts, but, they're retired. So, nobody wanted to take care of them. The only person I could go to was you, and Baprold.
Well, unfortunately, our hands are tied. We are busy stopping the apocalypse.
Well,
It's fine.
unfortunately, I
We
don't
will
have
take
a choice.
I can take them in at the barracks. It's perfectly fine. There is no reason to act like that, Eric.
Are you
There's
sure?
no reason we need to take these liberties.
You see that?
Of course.
You see that Archie?
Need
Perfectly
to
fine.
remind you, the entire realm is at stake.
You see that Archie?
And 2 more people are not going to break the realm, Eric. Calm down. If you are always at war, what are you fighting for? If there is no peace, what is the point? Have
I
some
fight
mercy.
so I can get peace.
Well, these people deserve the small peace we can offer them now. Have some honor.
You see that Archie steps up. He's like, I can work. I can work if you guys want to keep us here. I can earn my fair share for me and my brother.
It is fine. I can tell you to have been through a lot. If you need rest at the barracks, I can teach you how to fight if you need. If not, all is well. Please, just
No.
take some time.
No. Fighting is not Telemine's thing. He's shit. Telemine, you need to speak up. Speak up for yourself, man. He said Telemine kind of like still looks over away from you guys. Like, Telemine's gone through a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. All I can really tell you is we've just been here with Miss Weiss. She's been the only one who's been kind enough to take us with her somewhere. So all the other people that were told to take us somewhere just left us around in other places and let us wander. So if you guys need helping hands, I can work. I can work to earn our stay here.
It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to offer us anything. I'm more than happy to take you in. I don't need any help, but if you want to, I can find something for you so you don't feel like a burden. But please, don't worry. I can tell you've been through a lot. It's all right. You will be safe here. I will make sure of that. And Shamar will like extend her hand to them and just be like, "My name is Shamar. If you need anything, you can speak to me."
You see that Archie kind of looks down at your hand questionably. He's like, oh, thank you. We'll do what we can. You see that he grabs your hand into a firm handshake. It's like, yeah, we'll do what we can to help out. Isn't that right, Archie?
What is?
Telemine, I just hope you guys will be a little bit more careful with Telemine, because Telemine is not exactly very stable at the moment. For anyone here that wants to, if anybody wants to, give me an Arcana check.
Let's go!
If only someone here were really good at Arcana checks.
Oh, I got a 21.
21?
I will not stand for this nonsense.
24.
21.
I'm re-rolling. There, now I got a 21.
Okay.
I'll add tactical mind to mine. I'll add tactical mind to
No,
mine.
he didn't even fail the check.
So let's go to 24.
Okay.
You know what? Silvery barbs on Shamar's.
No, I'll go.
4.
You guys notice a unnatural. You guys feel something unnatural about Telemine's magic. You see that he has magic forming around him, but you see it's almost as if the magic in the air around him becomes very violent when it gets close to him. But then when it starts to like wisp itself away from him, it gets calmer.
Mm.
And like Shamar will turn
What do you
to
want us to do with
Archie.
the twink?
Shamar will just look at Archie and she'll just ask him, "Your brother, is he all right? When his magic gets closer to him, it looks like it's about to attack."
You see that as you mention magic, you see Archie's eyes widen, and he pulls his hand away from you. He's like, "Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Don't worry about that." As he kind of like grabs Archie and pulls him closer to him, he's like, "It's okay. He's fine."
No, I was not going to say anything of the sort. I mean, you're always welcome here. I want to know if he is okay. Is there something wrong? Is he hurting himself? Is this magic safe for him?
You see Archie doesn't say anything. But you notice that or not Archie, sorry. You see Telemine doesn't say anything, but you see that as Archie pulled Telemine closer to him, some of the cloak that was around his arm kind of like lower or kind of like falls off of it, and you see that his arm that he's been holding on to has been completely wrapped in bandages.
Oh, yeah. Does he need healing?
No, he's fine. He's fine. Don't worry about Archie. We're okay.
It's the chick from fucking Tekken, bro. She's got the...
Zafina?
Zafina.
Yeah, Zafina.
I didn't even think about that. You see that Archie looks at you, he's like, he's fine. We're okay.
All right. If you are
How
certain,
queer.
then. But if you need anything, please don't hesitate to let us know.
Okay.
I don't want anything happening to any of you.
Okay.
Please know that, okay?
Okay. You see that Archie's stance kind of like softens a little bit as he's still kind of like holding on to his brother. He's like, okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay.
you'd like, I can take you to some rooms now and get you more situated at the barracks.
Okay,
Allow you some time to settle in.
that'd be nice. Thank you. You ready to
Of
go?
course.
You see that he kind of like shakes his brother. He's like, "Come on, Telemine, let's go. We're gonna go get some sleep now, okay?" You see that Telemine gives like a very weak nod to him. He's like, "Okay, okay, we're almost there. Almost there, okay? All right, let's go now."
Shammer will just start leading them down, through the streets, kind of, back to the barracks, to their room.
Okay. You lead them back down to the barracks. We'll continue with the party a little bit. You like as they leave, you see Miss Weiss looks over. She's like, "Well, that was sure a sight to see."
Yeah, it definitely was.
I don't know what's wrong with those boys, but well, I wish I could tell you more, but all the information I was trying to look up about this was classified. You know how some of the higher ups are with their information. They like to hide it from us.
How convenient.
I know it very, very well.
Right? It's almost too convenient. It feels very fishy with these two. I don't know what it is, but there's just something that seems off about them. I'm not the only one that thinks that, right?
Definitely not. Of course, our number one warrior is right here, and she like motions to Eric.
Well, that is true. If there was something definitely wrong with them, Eric would have gone berserk by now. Well, I guess it shouldn't be too much of a cause for concern then. Oh well. Anyway, I need to go get myself a drink. Eric, you got any booze around here?
This is a booze-free zone, and I'm
Let's
legally
go to the
obligated to burn you alive if you drink booze in this premises.
You and your rules,
Already
Eric.
shakes her. She's like, Nah, you can drink. There's a tavern close by. Also too, like I was gonna say Celeste, she's like leans over to Mercury, she's like, I'm kinda glad that she focused more on Korean Eric and not us.
You see Mercurio's like, "Oh, I mean, it's not too bad." Hey, Miss Weiss! You see that she looks like, "Yes, oh. You see that she looks at you, Celeste, holding, you see that Mercurio's like, has his arm around your shoulder, like pulling you close. He's like, "Yeah, we became a thing too."
Bruh.
You see
Out
Miss...
in the open, out in the book.
Well, Weiss, was that a problem?
Sheesh. Well, now that I look at it, at least yours is not too bad of a problem, I guess.
Yeah, suck my balls, you bony witch.
Whatever. I need to go get myself a drink. You see that she turns around and like flips you off, Eric, while she's walking out.
I love her so much. I love that woman so much. She's an icon. She's a legend. She is the moment. Come on now.
You see, Zoro, you bring her to the tavern, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go with.
You see that as they both leave, Mercurio's like, "Well, that ain't too bad, right?"
No, I don't think so. Are you guys okay? She looks like Korean Eric, and Korean's like, I'm the pushback's expected. Eric
I hate
and
everything.
Eric and her
Yep.
didn't really have a great relationship.
Yeah, I remember. She had a
Her
kinda
and Baprold kept me up every fucking night.
Yeah, I was gonna say she kind of had a thing with Bapril before. Yeah, I remember that too, but I don't know why they just separated. I don't know what happened between them, but definitely something happened. What happened? Shoot, that's out of my realm of expertise. As he like pulls you a little closer, Celeste, he's like, well, I already did my training for the day, so I need to go get myself something to eat.
Eric casts Mage Hand and pushes Mercurial away from Celeste.
You see that it kind of pushes it, but it's kind of like pushes him away, but just only by a little bit. He's like, Yeah, I mean, I need to go get myself something to eat. He looks down at you, so it's like, you want to get something to eat as well?
Yeah, definitely. There's actually a place nearby we can go to.
All right, sounds like a date. He looks over at you, crew, and he's like, you guys want to tag along? You and, Mr. Grumpy Man.
And then
You refer to
Courtney
me
looks,
as that again, it'll be the last time you refer to anyone as anything.
Courtney looks to Eric and she like kind of gives him the puppy eyes. She's like, "Can we?"
I don't want to.
She gives him the puppy eyes again. She's like, "Can we?"
You know what? I think this is a perfect time for a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, so make a charisma saving
That's a
throw.
26.
Yeah, so you see that Curdy gives you the puppy eyes, but you know, after 7 months of being with Curdy, it's like, you know, she's tried this on multiple different occasions, and every other occasion you've always went with it, but you've always told yourself, I'm like, next time I'm not gonna fall for it. Next time I'm not gonna
Now
fall for
is
it.
next time.
At this very moment, this is the first time you ever declined her puppy eyes.
I said I don't want to. This
That
it
is
works
the-
both ways.
It is the apocalypse all over again now.
Courtney then gives like a pout and she's like, "You're always cooped up in here. We never really go out that much anymore."
What do you mean? It's perfect in here.
It's it's fine, but
I mean, come on, Eric. You gotta learn to live a little. Go outside. Do something, you know? I mean, I know you're always up here wanting to go through a lot of research and doing a lot of stuff like that. And I understand that, you know, wanting to focus on something. But, you know, after learning a bit of stuff for 2 months, I kind of know now that it's like, you know, live a little. Let's go. Come on. Let's go have a drink.
This is my ivory tower, figuratively and literally. Why would I ever want to leave?
Well, I mean, like, you still need to eat. I mean, when was the last time you ate?
Why does that matter? I'll eat when I feel like it.
I don't think that's right.
I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
Mercurio, I'm doing my best to be very nice to you right now.
All right, I'm just asking. All right, I was trying to help you, but all right. You see that he looks over. She's like, looks over at you, Celeste. Like, all right, well, let's hurry up and make our way. I don't feel like we were gonna be welcomed here any longer.
Yeah, good idea.
There's a rope down there. It's like it's the don't enter rope, and like they all just barged in here.
Leaving just Karuni and Eric.
Courtney just sighs. She's like, huh.
Do I need a bigger rope?
Do I need to get a
No.
bigger rope for the entrance?
I told you just invest in a please knock sign, but
It's not about the sign. It's about the honor system.
oh, you in a damn honor system.
Bickering like a married couple.
Charity work.
Uh,
Charity work.
Damn, you are.
we will continue with Shamar. So Shamar, you bring them back to the barracks, and you see that as you guys are walking through the streets, you kind of noticed that Archie is like keeping Telemine close to him. And as you guys make your way in, you see that Sir Christian goes over to greet you guys, along with Captain Mark. You see that they both give you a salute along with a bow, and Sir Christian looks over and says, "Welcome back to the barracks, ma'am. Can we help you with anything?"
Oh, good to see you too.
Hmm.
How have you been, Private Mark? Or Captain Mark now, yes?
Yeah, I got a promotion. When Sir Christian here got a promotion to be a knight, I got the opportunity to be promoted to a captain. So I took the opportunity the best I can, and well, here I am. I'm a captain now. Feels
It's
weird.
indeed incredible.
I
You're
know.
doing a fantastic job, though. You did fantastic back in the battle. It was incredible watching the fight.
Oh, you see that Captain Mark kind of like you see that his face kind of brighten a little bit, and he looks away, and as he rubs his lips, like, thanks. I think you did pretty cool too. Uh, oh, I see you got two guests here. Anything in particular? Are these new recruits?
No, not for the moment. They are in need of a place to stay, and Eric is stingy and stupid, so I have decided that they will be staying here.
Okay.
Miss Weiss said that they needed a safe place to stay. Maybe, and like she'll just like lean in a little to Private Mark, and she'll just be like, maybe give them a bit of a quieter room. If you could, they seem a bit skittish.
Well, the only quiet room that I know of here is the commander's quarters, but well, we need the permission of the commander for that.
Yeah, let us not do that. But are there any other open rooms that are, I don't know, perhaps a bit distant? Or what about the rooms next to mine and Tal? Do you know any? Are those open?
Well, we have the stables here. The stables are usually very quiet around the nighttime. We can probably take one of the horses out for the patrol for the next few months, if that's how long you guys are
don't-
wanting to keep him here.
I don't know. A stable does not seem fitting.
Well,
Let me.
It's not so stable, is it?
well, the recruits barracks is always gonna have recruits in there, and well, they're always gonna be picking on the new people. So I don't know what else we can really do. I mean, probably your best bet would be to speak to the commander and see if we can get something arranged. That's about the extent of what I can do here, ma'am. I'm sorry.
No. You are okay. Then for now, they can stay in my room. It is fine. I'll get something figured out later.
All right. Well,
At least I know Tal won't do anything to them.
yeah. Tal has been coming by recently. He's actually been improving on his combat skills. Have you been teaching him?
Of course. What do you think I do all day? Sit here with my thumbs up my ass.
Well, I know some of the
Ooh.
recruits already do that when they get
That
here.
is an image in
always.
my head forever now, by the way.
Yeah.
You see that?
Disgusting.
You see that Captain Mark looks over. He's like, "Yeah, the recruits already do that 24/7 when they should be training. Shit, it's always annoying to deal with that."
That is another image.
Well, yeah, I always see you patrolling around the city, and I always thinking, I mean, hey, probably about some time off would be nice, but knowing you and knowing us in our profession, well, time off is a myth.
I do not need time off. I am, how you say, dedicated to the job. I am more than happy to. And do know, if you do have any recruits that are less than willing to work, you can always send them to me. I will make sure that they spend the day on a wonderful patrol throughout the city, learning so many important skills and never stopping once.
Ooh, that sounds very hefty. If I find any promising recruits, I'll send them your way then.
Sounds like a plan. Well, for now, Archie, Telemine, you too.
You see that Archie looks over. He's like, yeah.
You will be staying in my room for now. If an elf with blonde hair comes in, don't worry. His name is Tal. He's a very sweet man. You'll like him a lot. But don't worry about him. If anybody else comes in, you can tell them that quarters are off limits, and that should pretty much do the trick. Past that, I'm going to see if I can get something more private set up for you in a telemine over there. Until then, you are free to sit in my room and enjoy the quiet if you do need.
Okay. Yeah. We'll go back. Do we have to go back to that building we were in before?
No. You are staying here. I'll lead you.
Okay. Yeah. Very well. All right. Where is it? I think Telemine's gonna need the rest right now.
Of course. I'll lead you to it, okay?
Okay. You see that you bring them over. You see that you bring them over to like a more secured like quarter area around here. I need to build that for this area because I have only the one in Eric's library. That was Shamar and Tal's room. But I'll just say for narrative purposes, you bring them to one of the barracks places that has the plaque of Shamar and Tal on it as on the door, and you open the door. You see that is a quaint small little room that oh, hold on, I'm getting a message. Oh fucking A. Okay, hold on, I am getting a phone call now. Hold on, one sec.
Damn, that's wild.
You know what else is wild?
Damn, Crudy really
Zoro
tried.
freaking spilling the beans like a cocksucker. Fuck
No,
you.
for
Love that. Love that for him.
real. I didn't
Listen, man. Zoro has to make sure the truth is always said.
It was funny as hell.
Nah, because Crudy was really trying to do the puppy eyes. She was like, "Can we?" And Eric's like, "No, harlot."
All right, I'm back.
That's crazy. The harlot part is crazy.
What's
It
that?
really is. It's wild.
Will so for narrative purposes, you see that you are able to bring them into a small quaint room that has an armor stand where you see that Tao's armor's on there, and then you also see that he has a separate like leather armor that he uses for practicing. And then obviously, he has his bed. His bed is all neatly tucked in and everything. And then you see there's your bed on the other side, and you have your desk that has a couple papers on it on the side as well. Not very many, as of course most of the papers pertaining to a lot of the stuff in the city are, of course, within your own private quarters in Eric's library. But you have a couple books in there that have the names of the recruits and any of the staff and command on board here in Ravenfall. Just some small minor things here and there, and of course, you have like a small barrel of a couple knives that you kind of like throw around in your room whenever you get bored. But it's just not very often because you don't stick around in your room much. You see, you bring them in. You see Archie look over. He's like, okay. This is the place we'll be sleeping?
Yes, if you need to sleep, feel free to. And Shamar will just like point to her bed. She'll just be like, "That's mine. You're free to use it as you see fit."
Okay. Here, come on, tell mine. You see that he takes his brother over and he lays him down onto a bed. And you notice as well that when you like get a better look at Telemine's face, you notice that his face is a lot more like sunken in and a lot more like frail, almost as if he hasn't eaten a lot in the like what seems like months. You see that Archie lays him down. He's like, "You get some rest, okay? I'll be back with some food, and I'll see if I can try to get you better, okay?" You see that Telemine doesn't even say anything. You just see him breathing heavily while he's laying down.
And did you want some food for your brother? We have some great cooks around here.
Yeah,
He seems a bit
yeah.
gaunt.
We've been,
On the move, yes.
well, can I trust you?
Shamar will just like kind of close the door, and she'll just like sit down on the ground to like let him know that she isn't, trying to plan anything, and she'll just like kind of just sit there and just be like, tap the floor in front of her and just be like, "Speak freely. Nothing leaves this room."
You see that Archie looks at you for a few moments, and he looks back at his brother, and then he goes over to you and he sits on the floor near you. He's like, Can I trust you?
Of course, I've never broken my oath, nor will I ever. It's the basis of who I am.
Meh.
Well,
Mhm.
I don't know how much I can really tell you, but
Tell me what you need.
we are fugitives on the run, and we're experiments.
Mhm.
We're
So,
human experiments from. I'm assuming you know of the name Werther?
Ah,
I have heard that before. I do believe he might have been responsible for some ghoul attacks around here a while back.
Yeah.
Let us say that we are not on the best of terms with him. So if you aren't either, then we are already in fantastic standing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you know of the H-Star Tribunal?
Do I?
Um, to Shamar's knowledge, she only knows that it exists, but does not know the objective of it or have any history with them.
Okay. Then Shamar will just kind of give a small shoulder shrug, and she'll just be like, I've heard of them, but I don't know much of them, if that makes sense.
Well, the H-Star Tribunal is made up of 8 powerful members, including Werther, and they come together to figure out how to cause chaos in this world. So they, gather up all 8 members, come up with a consensus, and go with a plan. And whenever they make a plan, millions of people die in those plans. While we were in captivity, we heard news that a couple of the H-Star members had already died off. So we thought maybe there would have been some modicum of hope for us. But I don't think that's plausible anymore for me and my brother. Because, well, you see that Archie lifts up some of his hair, and you see that as he lifts up some of his hair, you notice horn stumps.
So, why would you think there is no hope for you now? You have small bumps. What is wrong?
I don't know how else to say this, but Archie is just another name that I go by. It's just a nickname. And Telemine is a name that my brother goes by as well. The actual name we both collect to is the Architect.
I see. I don't suppose that means anything to Shamar?
Not much to Shamar.
Okay. Then Shamar will just kind of look at them, and she'll just be like, ah, very, very impressive. Is that a title, or
No.
whoever you are? You are just still you. Yes?
No. Me and Telemine are forced to be vessels to hold on to a piece of the Architect's soul. We are 2 halves that make up the Architect. And if we die, the Architect comes back.
Then what is this architect?
The Architect, from what we know, is a member of the 8-Star Tribunal. What number he goes by, I don't know. But we just know that he was the one that usually supplied all of the members with crystals to put souls into and have some kind of plan with that. But as of recent, apparently the Architect died in a battle with some adventurers. So the demons recovered his body and they separated his soul into 2 vessels, which is, well, me and my brother. Honestly, it's becoming apparent that I am not even being able to remember who I am anymore. I don't know. I don't even remember my childhood. I only know of Telemine because, well, he's with me, but I don't even know if he's even related to me. I just say he's my brother because, well, easier to get around in the human world. But I don't know anymore.
If that is who you feel he is, that is who he is. And Shamar will just like turn to look at him fully, and she'll just like kind of grab one of his hands, and she'll just be like, "Listen to me. I know far more than I would like about losing your memories, about not knowing what to do. I understand more than most how terrifying that is, how intrusive it feels to walk amongst a world that you do not know and that you will never feel like a part of, but you are still just as much a part of it. You and your brother or whoever Telemine is, you are still family. You are still close. And I do not think that you are doomed at all. I do not care if you have tiny stumps or not, and nobody else here will either. Well, they won't if I have anything to tell them, and you better believe I will. So, what you're going to do is you're going to get some sleep. I will find you both something to eat, and you will be okay. I will not allow anything to happen to you. Know that from today you are under my personal protection. And I do hate to brag, but I am good at my job. Okay?
You see that Archie looks at you, and you can see tears well up in his eyes as you see that he wipes his eyes like, yeah. Thank you. It's been so long since I've heard words like that before. Thank you. What was your name?
Shamar, it is okay. Just make sure you get your rest. I will find you something nutritious to eat. I think I know just the person for that. And they will not touch you here. They will not take you away. No one will torture you. And if anybody at all gives you trouble, you let me know. I will have that solved immediately.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Thank you.
And Shamar will just like kind of like give him, like a slap on the back, and she'll be like, "Well, I am off now. Do you have any preference in food?"
No, we're not picky eaters, but I ask if you can find like a mana potion. I need that for my brother. He has the soul of the architect is kind of dug a bit deeper into him than me, so he's having some weird magic flare-ups. I don't know what happens, but all I know is that the magic around him just flares up for some reason. I feel it when I'm trying to keep him alive and I keep him close. I can feel like the air around me almost like become violent.
I saw that earlier. I sensed it. When it gets close to him, it gets volatile. Would you mind if I tried something very quickly?
Okay.
Shamar will just like go over to like Telemine and trying to be very, very gentle. Can she see if she can, do what she did to William and give him some of her life force?
Um. No. So you see, at this instance, when you try to give him life force, you feel that as you try to pour some of your life essence into him, you kind of like get a little bit of pushback in your hand. Like you feel like a shock bolt into your hand, and your hand is like bursted off of him. You see that Archie gets up. He's like, "Oh, are you all right?"
Oh, yes, this is no problem. No worries, no worries. I dealt with something similar, bringing a lich back to life. Long story, very fun. But I was wondering if this might not be the same, but it appears not. He does not need the life force, just needs magic. I've never seen that before.
I don't know. I don't know what his condition's like, but he used to be able to talk to me before, but now he can't even open his eyes.
Well, that is most certainly disturbing. I will ask around. I will make sure I find him something. Do you know that this mana potion is a way that he can recover, or is this just a hopeful guess?
It's just a hopeful guess. I don't know. I don't know what will help him and what won't. He didn't tell me before he got into this condition.
Let me see if I can't try something else very quickly. Shamar
Alright.
will send Telemine a message into his head, and she'll just ask him, "What do you need?"
You see that as you try to connect like kind of like a line into his brain. As you connect it, Shamar, I'm gonna need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, my worst cat! Let's go!
Whoa.
I got a 0.
Oh, she got a nat 1.
You're gonna die.
No, I got a 2, but I have a -2, so I got a 0.
Oh, okay, so that wasn't a critical fail.
Just a bad fail.
Shamar, hold on, let me go grab my dice real quick because I need more than just one pair. Hold on.
Get ready to roll some damage.
Let's go.
I need to get multiple dice for this. Hold on. Shoot, I need to roll through all my dice sets to be able to get these.
Bro, we get it. It's gonna be a lot of damage.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's fucking go.
Dude, me when I'm in a fucking masochism tournament and my opponent is Star.
Shamar, as you try to connect a line to speak to him, you feel the line immediately like take a very malicious turn as you feel this like immense like psychological pain kick into your head, like even worse than some of the memories that have like kicked into you before. This is like an unbearable amount of pain that almost makes you want to just tear your own head off of your own body. You take 36 points of psychological damage.
Fucking go. Emotional damage.
As you feel all of this pain pour into you, you hear a bunch of like different voices kicking in. You hear words screaming like hate, anger, kill, murder, and like a bunch of like very malicious thoughts like bury themselves deep into your head until you see that Telemine not Telemine. You see until you see that Archie goes over and he like grabs you and he like pulls you away from him until that those voices just completely kick away. And your head is back to silence. You see that Archie looks over at you. He's like, "Are you all right? Are you okay?"
Shamar's just like, yeah, yes, I am fine. But your brother, oh dear.
What did you
Is
try to
there-
do?
I tried to send a message to him in his mind. I thought if he could not speak, maybe he could at least think what was wrong. But it is overcome. There are so many voices.
Shoot. The progression of the soul
Kill.
got worse than I thought.
Kill, murder, death, rage. None of them are good.
That's probably the architect. He's probably angry that he died, but he wants to get his revenge. Yeah, yet every now and then I hear those voices, but I'm able to stave them away better than Telemine can. But in his condition,
Noob.
I don't know how long Telemine can last in this.
Yes, no, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. There is no way anyone could continue on like this for long. We need to find some way for him, at least some kind of small amount of relief. I will find him something. That I will be sure of. For now, I will find you some food.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. And Shamar will just head out and like she'll look to Captain Christensen and Captain Mark, and she'll just kind of ask them. She'll just be like, "Do you know of mana potions or any way to shield a mind?"
You see that Sir Christian looks at you. He's like, mana potions, shielding a mind. That seems a little bit of out of our expertise. We usually mostly like to deal with the physical, but if you're looking for potions, I'd say probably
Don't
check
say Eric.
out. No,
Don't
not
say
Eric.
Eric.
Not Eric. he may have some, but
What do you mean?
knowing what I know about him, he probably is going to be very stingy about it. Your best bet. I have a person that I know of that owns a store. That owns a store. Cacophony's Cauldron. Cacophony's Cauldron is a place where they make a bunch of potions. So here, you see that he hands you like a small medallion that has like a symbol on it. He's like, give this medallion to him. He'll get you set up with whatever you need.
Okay, I will do just that. Thank you. While I'm gone, make sure you guard the door. I don't want anyone getting in there. Whatever happens, those two need to be protected at all costs.
Special security. All right, gotcha.
Yes.
Captain Mark, I'm gonna leave the station to you for the moment. I'm going to be staying in front of the door and making sure that no one gets in. See that? Yeah, you see that Captain Mark looks at him and is like, "Yes, sir. All right. Well, you have a good one too, Shamar. Hope you can figure out what's."
Sorry for the extra overtime. I promise I'll buy you a meal when it's done.
You better, man. I've been starving for hours.
Then it's a promise. I shall see you soon.
And you leave. We will kick off now to Zorro and Miss Weiss. In the meantime, as well, while I'm also getting that set up, I need to answer a phone call. So give me a quick second while I set you guys up.
Wow, this is a very long
It
D&D
is a
session.
very long D&D session. Imagine
Hey, I'm
going
digging
to a
it.
second-rate apothecary instead of the best alchemist in the entire realm. Cannot be me.
Imagine having to deal with Eric's people skills over some busted and crusted old witch in front of a cauldron.
Some busted and crested witch in front of a cauldron. Shoot, I don't remember what tavern. Oh, there it is, right here. All right, so Zorro and Miss Weiss. You take Miss Weiss over to the tavern where you see that there are dozens of people. I can't add any more assets because it will probably crash again. I don't even want the video to corrupt, please. You see that you open the door, you make your way in. You see that the place was very loud and lively. You see that they all look at you and they begin cheering. They're like, "Hey, it's Commander Zorro!" And you see that there are other ones like, "Hey, can I get you a drink, Commander Zorro?"
All of them.
For me, but for a friend of mine, sure.
Yeah,
Doing
absolutely.
tricks.
And you see that he looks over. He's like, "Hey, barkeep, rounds on me." You see that the whole bar like roars in excitement. They're like, "Yeah, more drinks." You see Miss Weiss look over. She's like, "Wow, you've really gotten acclimated with people, haven't you?"
I believe most of us have, but they just nice to us. Just
Well, you've definitely made an impression on these people, like you said you would back in Redgrave.
yeah.
So,
Luckily, it was a better positive
yeah,
outcome.
that's for sure. I also heard that you got promoted to Commander Zorro. I heard a couple of your men calling you Commander around the place.
I started training these guys. I also started helping Shamar out with some of the stuff with her.
Yeah, I noticed that there are also other elves around the village. Jeez, so there really were remnants from Iron Luna here, really.
Yeah.
Man, you see that she takes a quick swig and then she puts her tankard down. She's like, "Yeah, man. Hearing the news about Karuni and Eric. How long was it going on?"
Good couple months now. I believe Coroni said 7.
Yeah, she did say 7, so. That was when I was still out in the field doing some more scouting work. You see that she does a stretch. She's like, but no more. I'm honestly thinking of retiring at this point, but Is there even a point in retiring while we're still at this war?
Mm, well, I don't know about retiring, but there ain't nothing
Why are
wrong
we
with.
still here?
Oh, nothing wrong with sometimes taking a day off.
Tell me about it. I wish I could have more days off, but
I tried telling that to Shamar.
with
Damn.
the effort on the war front that's happening, the amount of people that we're losing on the daily, my goodness, it's almost like there's no end of work for me to do. Jeez. Just wish I get the chance to settle down, you know. But for soldiers like us, that's not possible.
That's not, sadly. We just get to drink sometimes, and that's about it.
Yep. It's about the full extent what we can do. Kind of a lonely and sad existence.
Mm. Well, it gets better for me. But outside of work, how have you been?
Honestly, I don't even know anymore. I've lost way too many people that I've been so out of it. I've been trying to keep myself busy for so long, I feel like I've been drowning in work.
Yeah. I felt that.
Okay, give me a constitution save. Is somebody
You,
rewatching the stream? I can hear somebody. Are you watching the stream, Sailor?
Yes.
I can hear it. Go on. What were you saying, Zoro?
well, I was just saying, I was just gonna ask if she knew about the whole ghoul incident.
Oh yeah, the ghouls. Yeah, we knew about it. I was the one that scouted it out, but when I reported it back, well, higher ups told me to forget about it. Ravenfall's a lost cause, they said. I protested against that, but well, you know how nobles are. Try to keep their own hides safe.
Did they? Knowing this information, Zoro's he's kind of like just reminiscing everybody that was lost, and knowing that obviously they could have done something about it, they just gave up on the city itself. It pisses him the fuck off.
You see that? Miss Weiss looks over. She's like, she looks over at you and she's like, "Oh yeah, I know that feeling." I was angry at the higher ups too when they told me that we had to, well, give up Ravenfall, but I held out hope that we could save them, but no, they didn't even give me a chance to gather up any type of scout or troops I can to bring them with me. Told me if I'm gonna go fight it, I'd be go fighting alone. Well,
Uh,
instead they had me sent out to go do some more scouting missions on the front lines, and well, look how that turned out. We lost even more ground to the demons, so.
yeah,
I don't even think it was even.
there's a bit of a grim time right now.
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna be leaving Ravenfall soon because I gotta get back to the capital, and I gotta go make sure that I continue working on my brigadier duties. Say,
Alright.
I wanted to ask. Let's say, for example, right, that a small transfer happened to Ravenfall. Would you have any open spots?
Transfer? How so?
Well, I've been getting tired having to deal with nobles. I don't want to be talking and dealing with them anymore, and I'd rather get back to fighting on the front lines, and rather than having to occasionally deal with the very blabbering loudmouths that they are. So, let's say one little transfer slips, and I end up becoming a brigadier here. You guys have an open spot?
far as I'm concerned, yeah, we are always open for new help.
All right.
Don't matter what it is.
Well, if that's the case, then expect to see me soon. You see that she like turns around and like leans back as she's seeing everybody else in the bar, just like, you see both elves and humans alike, yelling and having fun and drinking. She's like, I never get to sit around and watch these moments, seeing everybody here, all smiles on their faces. Kind of gives me a bit of a renewed perspective. Makes me think I'm actually
It,
doing something for the world, at least.
it can go past you if you're not looking. I had to learn that recently myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna go do some training out in the woods. I need to get my archery skills back up, because all those days of walking and not having any kind of combat, I don't want to get rusty. I'll see you later, Zoro. You see that she puts down her mug, and you see that the mug is pretty much empty now. As she goes over and she flips a coin, a gold coin, onto the bar table and makes her way out of the bar.
He's just gonna go ahead and just finish his drink and then also head out and head over to the balcony.
Okay. Yeah. So you leave. As you leave, you see that some of the guys there, they're like, "Hey, Commander Zoro, come have a drink with us."
Later. I will retire for now.
Oh man, gotta be such a party pooper, Commander. And you hear a couple laughs from the group. They're like, "Nah, we're just
Pussy.
teasing you." You're like, "Nah, we're just teasing you, Commander." Hey, Commander, you have a good one.
You too. You too. And
Uh,
so I was gonna.
yeah, you leave and you fly back onto the balcony, and kind of, stay there. And I will get your actions on what you're going to be doing on the balcony in a minute, as I have been called to go do something. Apparently, I will be right back.
Again, longest D&D session ever.
This is not our longest D&D session by a mile.
Ever.
Let's go D&D.
Well, this is the longest with
With
yeah.
Star and Lino.
Yeah, with
Minus
Star,
Lino.
Nah,
But
because
yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna be real with
Yeah,
y'all.
Zoro pissed the hell off now.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
real with y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I didn't expect that much of Celeste to be in the session. Like, in terms of her character wise, I was like, damn.
Yeah, no, we're making sure you go through some development.
Right.
Yes.
Eric needs to go through some more development. He's becoming an asshole again.
Yes.
Okay, so like literally everyone else is being an asshole to Eric. Fuck everybody.
No, they're
Who's
just
being
right.
mean to Zoro's not being mean to Eric, first of all.
Okay, let me
Kimar doesn't
look
like
up
Eric
every
because
single
Eric is
time.
fucking insane.
All right, so it's just a right to not like people who are insane.
Yes,
That's
actually.
discriminatory. That's discriminatory as shit.
No, it really isn't. Like you really burst into your own student's room and tried to fry her, and then you did like the one thing she's been on learning this whole time. You were basically like, yeah, no, you just have to do everything because you're a soldier. And she's just like, wow, that sounds like a horrible idea. That sounds like colkish shit, man. Why are you acting creepy?
Yeah, no, I won't hold you. Eric just bursting into Celeste's room when she don't got no clothes on and you're not really caring. Kinda weird, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, don't act like Eric's getting hate for no reason. Eric is getting hate because he is weird. He is funky. He is
Eric's
stinky.
getting hate for no reason. I stand by that
Eric's
person
getting hate
forever.
because he's an asshole. That's all. That's all it is. Just have Eric stop being an asshole and he'll stop getting hate.
No.
Well, then he will continue to get hate.
The hate is unwarranted.
Well, the hate will be continue to be unwarranted for you then.
Karina's like, have some compassion.
Man,
Yeah, he didn't take that. He did not take that. He was like,
whenever Eric
be
hears compassion, it
compassionate?
stops at come.
What? Oh my gosh. It's so
Everything
true.
else is just a blur.
Karina is essentially just there to like monitor him personality wise, because she keeps him in check 100%.
Yes,
You gotta start having Coroni do better then.
we do.
Wow.
Honestly,
How
you're a
could you
princess. You
insult?
can do better.
How could you insult Haruni like that?
It's not Coroni, it's Eric. You're becoming too much for
Exactly.
Coroni to handle now.
Exactly.
You have learned to go against her puppy eyes. You are too strong, Eric.
Gotta kick his ass now. You gotta use that bow and
I
shoot him
was
dead in the
so
head.
sad when he said no. I was like,
He's
That's
had a
crazy.
rough couple of months, dude. The needs train goes both ways. Eric has needs to be alone with his girlfriend.
And his girlfriend does not want to be alone.
Wait,
So,
but didn't y'all just also say that y'all have been alone for a while now? Since you've been cooped up in there for a while?
I think that was an exaggeration.
Highly doubt it, considering.
mm,
And
wow,
the
that's
thing is,
wild.
as well too, if it were an exaggeration, Eric would have pointed it out because he is very
Mhm.
very
Anal.
prominent when it comes to that.
Eh.
Yeah, exactly. I know Eric. I know how he acts.
had the conversation
Okay.
that Eric and Karuni had. I was like, damn. I just realized I never really had a conversation like this.
No, honestly, it was a lot of good conversations this session.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Mostly for Celeste and Eric, but little by little, Eric will get better.
Yes.
Maybe you guys stop being mean to him all the time.
Well, when he stops being a complete utter idiot, it's just gonna kind of, you know, that'll come
Falls
a
in
lot
place.
easier.
Come.
What I tell you.
Uh,
Yeah, because the thing is, Karuni, like, people are obviously asking, like, oh, why is she with him? Like, he's obviously, like, an asshole and shit. But it's like, she sees definitely potential in him. And also, too, he acts very different when they're private together. So,
Oh,
he's a
Zoro knows.
girl.
He hears it every night.
not
Yeah,
about
it's a
once.
bit too much. Like, goddamn, girl, how are you putting up with the other 99% of him? Like like the 1% of him that is like, demure and actually decent, and versus like the other 99%, which is like, no, I hate everyone. All I wish to be is alone in my emo cave, dying slowly. What do you mean we cannot all march on 0 hours of sleep, two fish sticks, and a burnt up piece of rubber?
Because the thing is,
Now I told you like
Karuni
him.
can read him like a fucking book. She
Yeah,
knows how he is.
yeah. She reads him inside and out. That's how a girlfriend is.
Not
That's how a
because
girlfriend be.
the thing is, the first day that they met, she was like, I'm sensing a lot of childhood trauma within you. And Eric was like, what the fuck?
And
Leave
she
me
was
alone.
dead right.
How do you know that? I
I'm
wasn't expecting to touch on Zoro's stuff today, though.
gonna touch Zoro.
I want to take a pic.
I'm gonna take a pic.
I do not. That's wild, y'all. Y'all are sincerely insane.
How so? How are we insane?
Yeah. Give
What
us
the
one
hell? Why are
example.
y'all taking? Why are y'all taking pics of Zoro, man?
What?
What?
Zoro does it consensually.
Well, if he does
Yeah.
it consensually,
He
then I
likes the
can't say
thrill.
anything.
He likes the
He
thrill of it.
enjoys
Like
he enjoys it. He enjoys helping out.
Giving back,
you want
Zoro.
to take a
Zoro
pic.
doing charity work. Zoro
Mhm.
doing that goddamn charity work all over
Yeah,
again.
there's that
Something has.
Playboy bunny costume we were talking about. Yeah, he
That's crazy.
That's
he
all that's
ain't afraid.
keeping. That's all that's keeping Karuni and Eric's situation together. Like that's all.
Is Zoro in a Playboy bunny outfit?
Eric tolerates
And
it enough, and Karuni just is like, you know what? You do you, Zoro.
yeah, basically.
No, he
At
fucking
least
gets
he
in,
knows
and
this
and Eric's like, I understand now.
I
it
understand the feel. This is
becomes
going to be the first time that Zoro and Eric have an actual connection on something.
It makes
amen.
sense.
Something.
It's all connected.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's cool though. That's cool. Today's been a nice and insightful session. I would have preferred some more combat, but you know, that's fine.
I think we
Well,
just
I mean,
got hooked up on the Mercurio thing.
Yeah,
yeah,
we did, but it was necessary. It was needed.
yes.
Yeah,
Because if not, Eric would
I
have
needed
exploded.
to. I needed to walk in on Mercurio's bazooka horse meat.
He needed to see it for himself.
It was integral to the plot, which is crazy because it actually was.
Oh my
Oh god. Ugh. Eric a weirdo, bro. Eric a
god.
weirdo.
Oh Jesus, have mercy. He is. Yes, he is.
How old is
Not his fault.
Mercurio again? 20?
Yeah,
How old is Eric?
Gee.
He's
28.
22.
28.
And I thought Mercury was 22.
Okay,
Mercurio
well,
22?
Yeah.
so what?
Hmm. That's
You guys are
Now
better.
making
he's
it
a
weirder.
now
I think
Eric's
you're
a
making
pedo
it.
too.
No, I think you're making it weird because you want it to be weird, and that's what makes you weird.
No, bro. That's a big ass age gap. That's why it's kind of weird. Damn near a decade. But
That
now
is
that you
like
said
not
20,
that is not even half a decade.
well, yeah, now that you said 22, I thought it was still 20. And plus, you said 28, so that's why I was like, damn near a decade.
Celeste is 20. Mercurio's 22.
Yeah, I'm talking about Eric and Mercurio, the difference between
Oh no.
them.
I mean, also too, Corinne and Eric would be like 3 years apart if she was human.
No, that's fine. It was just 28 to 20. Because, like
Yeah.
I said, I thought that was Mercurio's age.
No. I would never if he was like older than like 22, 23.
Mm.
Yeah, makes sense. God damn, where does Cube go for this shit? Narnia, bro.
Honestly, me when I'm in a going away competition and my opponents are Cube and my father.
No, him. That one I saw specifically at the getting the milk competition. Turns out he was going against my mother. They're still going at it.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, longest streak so far, as far as I'm concerned.
God damn.
We got the 120 streak.
Yep, that purple fire.
It's sick as fuck. It's totally worth it. We're day one OGs, and we're not getting paid for it, by the way. People apparently get paid for that shit. I don't know if it was like an advertising marketing scheme or whatever,
Crazy.
but like whatever. You know? And you get paid to keep doing it. We just wanted you to do it. Maybe we'll set a world record.
Maybe you never know.
I mean, technically, we hold the world record because it's, the maximum possible.
tired, yo. I gotta head to bed.
Yeah,
I'm tired of you
I
complaining.
know. I'm like, Cube, come on.
I thought he was gonna stop. Like,
I thought he was gonna stop like a while ago, but he's just like, yeah, no, we're gonna
yeah,
figure out what to do there. But now let's wait for 9 more hours while I take this phone call, take a shower, eat dinner, and then when I come back, let us continue the session.
And then let me take another break. Go to bed, wake up, eat breakfast, brush my teeth, take another shower, and then continue. All while you rot
Yeehaw.
and
in
then
your
take some
chairs.
Advil. Go to sleep. Take a nap. Go through everybody's calls on Discord, and
Wake
then,
up late,
and only then,
somehow.
an hour later, will I wake up.
I eat B.
I know. If he doesn't come back soon, this is just gonna be the end of session one way or another.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
Can we just stop it here and then pick it up?
I agree.
No, it was a
Yeah,
great.
I mean, I was gonna say,
The
here,
doll
I'll just send
can
him,
fly.
I'll give him one more message. If he doesn't get over here, then yeah, we should just call it quits.
Good thing I have school tomorrow. If we were playing Sunday, this would be a fucking problem.
Yeah, honestly, it wouldn't be if it was on Sunday, but you know, just in general.
Honestly, it was a great session.
I'm gonna say something vulgar on stream if you don't fucking get here.
Jesus Christ. It was a great session. I feel like Eric like had some uh
Barely there, paper thin character development.
yeah, a little bit.
You just
A
don't see
little
the
bit.
vision.
A little I would say a little development more with Celeste and Eric's relationship
Yeah.
because that was needed. And Karuni and Eric's too. I feel like their stances on honor and everything like that. I feel like that too. Like
We gotta kill those kids, by the way.
No.
It's gotta
Absolutely
happen.
not.
It's gotta
No.
happen. It's
It's
gotta
gonna
happen.
No.
Look,
We are
if
not
we don't
killing
do
them.
it, look, you know this. If we don't do it, Cubis.
I
Well,
feel
yeah,
like
but Shamar's now, those are like her kids. They're like her babies. She's not gonna let anyone hurt them.
Every boy can't be a
She's-
bitch.
She's
No.
taking them under her wing.
Exactly. Like they
How
have
many
memory
fucking wings
problems.
you got?
She has
How
memory
many fucking
problems.
wings you got?
I mean, more than you apparently.
I have
Damn.
a pretty wicked set of wings.
Damn.
I
Hey,
mean,
hey, who
also,
was it that
I feel
stole
like
Mercurial
that
from Eric
conversation-
again? I forgot.
I feel like the conversation between Eric and Karuni was
Okay.
also like
You know what? Here comes the Baprold Zorro fanfiction.
Yeah. You've been saying that ever since you first thought
It's
of
coming
it.
now. Nope, it's coming now.
Coming.
And I'm commissioning art.
Go ahead. That's fine. You're the one that wants it.
Yeah, but I'm only gonna show you.
no. He originally
That's
asked me
okay.
to write it. He originally asked me to write it.
Bro, keep that weird ass shit to yourself. Why are you bringing Sailor in this?
Because Sailor's like, oh yeah, I can write it.
Okay.
She
Don't
She
be
did
crashing
say
out
that.
without
She
me,
offered.
But I
Zoro.
said
Okay,
What's up?
Cube, I was gonna say we kind of like need to finish this up real soon because these two need to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna say. When I got back, we're just gonna have it so that Zoro is just kind of like, peering over, looking over around at the city, kind of meandering, and then we'll
Whoa.
cut it.
It ends how it started.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So we will have to end the session there. But anyway, thank you everybody. I know it seems kind of blocked because the stream died. So but do be ready for next time when we are going to be having session 16 of Eyes of Astra. Tune in Sunday when we have that. All right. I am gonna go ahead and let you guys go because I know you guys need to go get some sleep. So you guys get some sleep. Anything you guys want to say before I end off the video / stream?
It was great,
Stream.
everybody. Thanks so much.
It
Yeah.
was. It was
Can't wait
fun.
for next week.
All right. I will see you guys next week.